Yo, what's going on? It's Kenzo 2 times in. You know what it is. And we finna get into a little reaction today. You feel what I'm saying? Have y'all heard about Derek Samuels and what's going on, how he went missing and stuff like that? I've heard about it. I have not watched this video, so everything that is being brought to me is new. I'm fully unaware of what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? So let's get into this video. Let's see what's popping off. And like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get this shit on the road, boy. What's going on? Derek is missing. Like she said, like he's missing, but the friends that he was with are acting like they don't know shit. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, they're saying one thing in one video, then the next video they're saying something else, and then in the live they're saying something else. Like, it's always something different with the friends. So they have a lot of mixed stories, you feel what I'm saying? So I've been seeing a lot on TikTok, but I haven't seen the actual video.
That's how long a mother spent waking up every single morning not knowing where her son was, checking her phone first thing, staring at his last photo, waiting for a call that kept not coming. And when the call finally did come on day 33, it was the one she had been praying would never arrive. This is the story of Derek Samuel, 20 years old, East Point, Georgia, and a Tuesday afternoon that should have meant absolutely nothing.
We got some drip, don't it?
April 29th, 2026. Camp Creek Marketplace is one of those big, busy suburban shopping areas outside Atlanta, a Target right in the middle of it all. The kind of place where nothing dramatic ever happens.
First of all, before she continue, I just want to say, please, guys, be careful of who you cool with. You know what I mean? Like, shit like this could happen. Please be careful. You know what I mean? Stick to yourself. Do what you please. Just follow your dreams and stick to yourself. I say that. Bro.
Derek rolled up to that Target with two friends. Just a regular trip. He walked in wearing a black hoodie, gray shorts, black slides, and Supreme socks. Nothing about him on that surveillance footage suggested anything was wrong. He wasn't rushing. He didn't look scared. He looked like a young guy on an ordinary Tuesday. Then his two friends left, and Derek walked out alone, heading in the direction of North Commerce Drive and Red Wine Road. That was the last confirmed sighting of him. His friends reported him missing the very next day, April 30th. And from that moment forward, the clock started ticking on one of the most distressing disappearances Georgia had seen in years.
So when y'all left him at the Target, who left first from the Target? Was it you?
It was the same time.
Yeah, the detective seen the camera. They already said that I left first though.
They seen the camera. It's like footage of me falling right behind the Uber. It's not the whole marketplace.
Okay, so did y'all get confirmation from the sister? Because I seen the video. They said that the sister never answered.
Yeah, he never called his sister, right?
Yeah, that's why when it says we reported missing the next day, because we didn't know he was missing until the next day when his sister told us that he was like
not there.
She never picked him up and didn't get no text. So I was scared.
If I die tomorrow,
But see,
my family inherits
thing, though,
$2.5 million.
right?
Not debt, not a mortgage, actual.
Some families get
here's the thing though. A whole day passed, right? Like, and y'all notice like something not right. What blows me is the fact that when I was watching the video on TikTok, one of these videos, they said that they had his stuff, and he only took two things, which is what, a gun and his phone. First of all, y'all let him hop out the V with just a gun and phone and told y'all could go without any of his stuff? That didn't seem weird at all.
get devastating news and they crumble. Derek's family got devastating news and they moved. His aunt Carmelita Howard became the public face of the search. She was in front of cameras, yes, but she was also out on those streets before work, after work, on weekends, physically covering ground and following every lead that came in. The family printed flyers, knocked on doors, chased every tip. They offered a reward that started at $5,000 and grew to $15,000 with help from donors, including actors and public figures who caught the story and stepped up. Police traced Derek's phone signal to a wooded area near Red Wine Road, behind the reserve at Red Wine apartment complex. That stretch of trees became the focus. Search teams went in, volunteers spread out. Days passed. Nothing. 2 weeks, then 3. The silence stretched on in a way that felt almost cruel, and somewhere in the middle of all that waiting, something else started happening. The internet got involved. May 31st, 2026. Georgia Emergency Search and Rescue came out with everything they had. K9 units, drones, ATVs, boats with sonar equipment. Handler Jim Lopez and his dog Jager worked the wooded area carefully and methodically. About 4 hours into the search, in that same stretch of trees directly behind the reserve at Red Wine Apartments, they found him. Human remains. The family confirmed what investigators would.
Chat, I want you to I really want y'all to remember they just said that they found human remains of this dude, bro. Rest in peace to this dude, man. For real. But they just said they found remains. Let's keep watching.
Would later formally verify. It was Derek. Carmelita Howard said she had felt something heavy sitting in her chest all day, like something in her spirit already knew what was coming before the phone rang. That detail, the body knowing before the mind catches up, is something that keeps appearing in these cases. Grief has its own kind of instinct. The family released a statement almost immediately. Short, quiet, completely devastating. There is no pretending that doesn't break something in you when you read it.
It's a very important day for the simple fact there's so many rumors, speculations about what happened to Mr. Samuels. So today we're here to give facts and just facts. We know definitively that Mr. Samuels was at the Camp Creek Marketplace on April 29th. We have him on our real-time crime center cameras. We see him at Target. We see him at several stores. From there, he walked across the street to an adjacent apartment complex. The apartment complex is gated. A vehicle entered and he walked behind the vehicle into the apartment complex. Our detectives went door to door to every apartment in that complex to see that they know Mr. Samuel. We tracked his cell phone. The cell phone record showed triangulation in the woods behind the apartment complex. On the 16th of May, we went to the woods in that area. Our detectives walked about 4 miles trying to find anything, cell phones, Mr. Samuels, anything that could assist us in this investigation. We were met with negative results. We received thousands of tips which we had to follow. On the 18th of May, we went to Lithonia to a lake, and also with the assistance of the Cobb County Helicopter Unit, we searched the lake and met with negative results. On the 31st of May, due to the weather, we had to have a delay. We went back to the same locations earlier behind the apartment complex. After about 3 hours of searching, we were able to find some human remains. At that point, we were not sure.
They searched it. Listen to this, chat. They searched the area the first time. Didn't find them. Okay. The second time they went to go search for this little boy, they searched a lake. Didn't find him. Alright. Feel me? You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna take a little longer to find him and stuff. I understand. The third time that they looked for this man is in the same spot as the first time. And they find his human remains. But, fuck all that. Y'all mean to tell me that y'all went there, searched around, didn't find it, went back and found it after y'all already searched the first time? You know how many cops they take on these searches, chat? About like 20. So for 20 cops not to find the body the first time, it's either the body wasn't there, or y'all are just bad at searching, or y'all just bad at being police. You feel me? Like,
who that individual was. We went back out there the following day on June 1st. When we went back out there, we was able to find additional human remains, as well as Mr. Samuel's cell phone, a handgun, as well as a shell casing. Based on facts of the case, at this point, we do not suspect any foul play.
mind you, foul play. I'm guessing they don't see the people that was with him before he got dropped off as witness, or not even witnesses, but suspects in this investigation.
At this point, we do not suspect any foul play.
I still suspect.
I know there have been thousands of rumors and speculations on social media, but we have facts that are not known to social media. And based on our facts, we do not at this point suspect any foul play.
While the family searched and police investigated, TikTok was running its own parallel investigation, and the questions people were raising were not small ones. Point 1. The body was eventually found in those same woods that search teams had already covered. Same stretch of trees, same area behind the reserve at Redwine Apartments where volunteers and professionals had already been. So how does a body go undiscovered for over a month in a spot people physically searched? And here is the thing that kept coming up online. A body left in warm Georgia weather for weeks would produce a smell. A very powerful, very distinct smell that trained dogs and people on foot would be hard-pressed to miss. K9 units were...
The thing is, though, because they take K9 units anyway on missing people cases. So that means that the first time that y'all went, y'all didn't smell that, nor did the dogs. Which means that the body wasn't there the first time that they went to go search, chat. Y'all hearing me? All right. Keep following me on this one right here.
Worked that ground. Volunteers walked through it. So why did nobody detect anything until day 33?
Okay, so yeah, I'm back. Part 2, discussing the Derek Samuels, because again, we're trying to figure out again how all of a sudden he just ended up there, he just appeared there. But just like everyone is saying, and even the people that live over there in the apartments and live in the area, there's no way that boy been there since April 29th, and then they just not finding him on May 31st, and nobody smelled anything. Everybody know a dead.
What did I just say? There's no way I didn't smell nothing after the first search period. You heard? After the first search period, they were supposed to find that body for sure. But the reason why they couldn't find the body is because the body wasn't there.
Body is going to start smelling. Not to mention, just like one girl was saying that live over there, and several other people that was posting that live over there, they got dogs. Even their dog would have found that boy. So come on, like, let's be real. Then someone else brought something to my attention. Another guy, he brought something to my attention. I just seen him post, and it made sense. He was like, either he was somewhere else and they just killed him, maybe they just killed him and placed him over there, or, but either way it go, it's like, it's three different ways it could have went. It's either A, they just killed him and put him over there. B, he was in somebody's house, they live over there, or somebody's trunk. All we know is it don't make sense. It's no way that he was over there all this time.
Point 2. The friends. This one gained traction fast. According to people online who were following the TikTok live closely, Derek apparently left some of his belongings behind when he walked away from the group that day, but took a few items with him. Standard enough on its own.
He's saying, oh no, I'm G's, my sister gonna pick me up. I'm G's. And I asked him twice. He said, no, so I'm just waiting for my sister to pick me up. Whole time, we didn't know that he was lying because he's not the type of nigga just to sit there and lie and be like, oh, I got a ride when I don't. I feel like personally he had something second to do because he left his stuff in my car. His PS5, his cover, his iPad.
But y'all didn't find it weird? Because I remember them saying that when I was watching the video, I remember them saying that he had took a gun and his phone with him. And then on top of that, they said that they found the gun and his phone on him when they found the body, right? Y'all didn't find it weird that he left all his shit with y'all and peeled off? Y'all didn't want to make sure he was Gucci after that? And on top of that, mind you, you have his stuff, so that means that you waited a whole day to even text this man about what's going, like, even if you wanted to hang with him, you still waited a whole day. You didn't even text him later on that night, like, or an hour later, or 2 hours later, talking about, oh, I still got your stuff, you still want me to drop it off or something like that. Like, y'all didn't even try and hit him up for the stuff that y'all have. Like, y'all have his stuff, y'all should have been asking, oh, you want me to drop this off? Y'all should have been hitting this nigga up right after you dropped him off, for real, to figure shit out. No way.
His poster, he left most of his shit in my car.
Hey, Drew, where'd this come from all of a sudden?
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna let them say that they know.
On the video, bro, they said that on the video. It's so many different videos.
Yeah.
So many different videos. Everybody saying different stuff. People saying he would go trade 5. People saying that, hey, in the beginning when we first asked Cordell, he said some niggas named Porn, whatever the fuck on side of them, they had beef with. And then he went back and said, well, not beef like that. It's a part that you get into it with. But they said that, hey, he pulled up, and then we still left. So we was been pressing.
But here is where it gets strange. When the body was recovered over a month later, investigators found a backpack right there with him. Inside that backpack, fresh food and pills. Fresh food does not stay fresh for 33 days in the Georgia heat inside a wooded area. So either that bag was placed there recently, or someone had access to that spot long after.
They placed a book bag next to this man with fresh food and pills. Like, chat, do you see how this looks? Your friends left you somewhere, then you die, then you are in the woods. You get put in the woods after the first search of the police. And then and it's crazy because when they said that they found him with his gun and his phone, but they found the bag too. But on the live, they just said that he left multiple things in that car and he only took his phone and his gun. They didn't say nothing about a bag, which means he left the bag, quote unquote. I'm just saying, Chad.
Derek disappeared. People online were asking the obvious question. How does fresh food end up in the backpack of someone who has been missing for over a month? Nobody has answered that yet. Police have not commented on the contents of the backpack publicly, but the people who noticed it were not about to stay quiet.
Let's say one of y'all or a multitude of y'all was after him for materialistic purposes or plain jealousy of his position. In the midst of this boy disappearing, why are y'all highlighting his items and what he had and what he left? Not saying that those details and those information isn't important, because it's now becoming very important. But what I'm saying,
websites your competitors don't want you to know.
Why are y'all over here saying
all you do is go to this website and it lets you find out exactly.
The thing is that y'all are already leaving off of note, pretty much making sure that he left his stuff behind. So what happened to his stuff? Y'all took it? Y'all kept it? Was that the stuff that y'all wanted from him anyway?
Exactly.
But to keep hope alive and to keep the heat off of whoever's back, you start to imply, we found his bag with fresh food and pills. You say that he took a gun. It sounds like y'all are trying to set up a play to make it sound like Derek Samuels might have trailed off and went somewhere and ended his existence. That is what I'm getting. He took his gun and none of his valuables. He left that behind. We got that. Okay. We found his backpack in the same backwooded area where his body was found. Y'all found his backpack with fresh food and pills, but didn't find no body? Well, no body and no body. So when you found...
so they found the bag before they found the body. So that means they found the backpack the first time, and then they found the body. Wait, but that don't make sense. What the fuck is she talking about? They just said that the bag was with the body, though.
Area where his body was found. Y'all found his backpack with fresh food and pills, but didn't find no body? Well, no body and no body. So when you found his backpack in that spot, nobody thought to look around the spot endlessly until you couldn't no more?
Point 3. The social media behavior around Derek's case was something a lot of viewers flagged independently of each other. Rest in peace posts were appearing online while the search was still actively ongoing, before any body was confirmed, before any official announcement was made. And then there was a woman. People online were referring to her as Maria, who apparently came forward during the search, and claimed Derek had already been found. No such confirmation existed at that point from the family or investigators. Where did that...
Mind you, chat, she comes to the internet to say that she found this man after they already found his remains, chat. Like, shorty, you just doing shit. What the hell?
That information come from? And where is that woman now? Nobody has a clear answer.
Huh?
You said Rick is alive?
He is. He was seen this morning. Let's go. He got on black sweatpants. He still got on his AMO jacket. He got on black sweatpants. We don't know what shoes he got on. And he got on a Nike cap.
Let's go.
See him this morning.
He found he's running.
Now, to be very clear, none of these are confirmed facts. They are questions the public started asking based on what they observed online. East Point police have specifically asked people not to try this case on social media, and no suspects have been named. What we can say is that enough people, completely independently of each other, arrived at the same questions that it would be wrong to just scroll past them. Those questions belong with the police, not the comment section. And if you have actual information, the East Point Police Department number is 404-765-1142. The cause and manner of Derek's death have not been confirmed. The investigation is ongoing. That means right now nobody outside that investigation knows whether this was an accident, whether something criminal took place, or whether there is an explanation that hasn't surfaced yet. Police have also not confirmed whether Derek walked away from that shopping center on his own or whether he left with someone else. That single detail carries an enormous amount of weight. It means this story is not closed. The door is still open. What we know for certain is that a young man walked out of a Target on a regular Tuesday afternoon and ended up in the woods, less than a mile away, 33 days later. The gap between that camera footage and that wooded discovery is where every unanswered question lives. Derek's story matters beyond Georgia, beyond Atlanta, beyond the people who knew him personally. It matters because his family had to fight loudly and publicly just to keep his name in the conversation. They had to put $15,000 on the table to generate tips. A mother had to offer money to get the public to help find her own son. That should not sit comfortably with any of us. It matters because of where it happened. Not somewhere remote. Not in the middle of the night. A shopping center. A Tuesday. Broad daylight. The ordinariness of the setting is exactly what makes it so unsettling. This could be anyone's neighborhood. Anyone's afternoon run to the shops. And it matters because Derek Samuel was 20 years old, with a clothing line in his head, and his whole life in front of him. He had a twin sister who felt his absence before anyone else did. He had a mother who never once stopped moving. He had people who loved him in a way that the whole internet eventually got to witness. None of what he was planning got to happen. And we still don't fully know why. If you have any information at all, contact East Point Police Department directly. This case is active. The investigation continues. Drop a comment and tell me where in the world you're watching from. If this story hit you, please share it, because Derek's name deserves to travel further than Georgia.
It does. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I just want to say, rest in peace to Derek. My condolences go straight to his family. I'm so sorry that had to happen to you guys. Friends, aunties, cousins, mom, father, brother, sister, anybody that's in his life that actually loves him and stuff like that. Like, I'm so sorry that had to happen. And for y'all friends, that's his friends. Y'all not his friends, bro. Y'all not his friends, bro. And the reason why I'm saying this is because it doesn't make sense how he left his stuff with y'all as he's leaving with a gun and just his phone. It doesn't make sense. Feel me? So I don't jack that shit. It don't make sense to me, but it is what it is. I hope they find out who did this to him. I hope that they get justice for this little boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I forgot how old. I don't even know if they said his age. That shit is weird. I don't like that. But Yeah, man, that's it for the reaction. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's Kenzo 2 times in this motherfucker. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. You know what it is. Bow! And I'm going skate. Lag out.